Sam, it looked like maybe, I don't know, maybe a little timid kind of filling out in the first game, but in this game really like you stepped up and really implemented a physical game and a defensive style while still showcasing. What changed from the first game to the second game for you?
I think it was just a little more confidence. I think obviously, in the first game, sometimes you're coming out a little bit, kind of just get a feel for everything. And then I think in this game, I was kind of ready to just kind of go out there, show what I got. And I think the physical side and the more aggressive defense just came from a little more confidence from the first game the other day.
It was a 3-on-1 in the second period. You got your stick down at the angle. Just how much do you feel confidence in stopping odd man rushes coming against? Just how your skating style and your defense style really fits the ability to stop those type of plays.
Yeah, I think that's defenseman for a reason, so it's kind of my job to take care of those. But I think for how big I am and the way that I can skate, it kind of helps me to be able to prevent those kind of plays and be able to get my stick across quickly and use my feet to kind of take away lanes, take away space quickly, and just kind of get down on those, put a stick in front of it, and knock it out.
You played with Casper in London, and you went against Quentin in Sudbury. See those two on a line, and to see Quentin get 3 and then have him feed Casper. From just kind of watching that happen, how cool is that just to see that all coming together?
Yeah, it's awesome to kind of, obviously with Casper coming to London last year, you kind of get a feel for the way he can shoot the puck, and then, I played against Quinn for 2 years now up in Sudbury, so, everybody knows the kind of player that he is, and them two together, it's a deadly combo, and to kind of, have to not play against it, but be on the same side as it feels pretty good.
On London, you know something about playing on a team that's kind of a wagon, just killing guys all over the place. This team kind of give you the same feeling?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit similarities going through. We've got a really good team, but it's just the way that we play. Everybody kind of buys into that system. We play the right way. We play hard. You guys out there blocking shots. Guys are out there, forechecking hard, kind of that kind of stuff. So I think it's the little things that we do really well, and that's what kind of makes us a wagon or whatever you want to call it.
You got a little cut there. What happened there?
I think it's just the first shift. Took a hit and kind of finished a little high and popped me open a little bit. So. Makes me look a little tougher for the video ones here.
Your agent told Drew Amanda to refer to you. Yeah, I got to ask you about this. The San Jose Sharks. So what do you think of that? You like that?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I think a couple people have brought it up to me after I got drafted, and then kind of some of my brother's buddies and my buddies back home kind of ran with it a little bit. So. It's kind of just a funny joke that started, back home after I got picked, and if it's going to keep going, I think it's just a pretty funny thing to have and kind of a little bit going around.
Capping for him, he did say that on the broadcast tonight, just to see the physicality of the game, and still you guys, kept your heads, right? You played physical, there was the fight, but there wasn't, other than the first period, maybe a couple more penalties you wanted, but just to play that style, but disciplined. How much does that show maybe the maturity of a young group like this?
Yeah, I think, for the most part, we do have a pretty young team here with a lot of, really skilled guys, but, a lot of guys who aren't afraid, obviously, so I think it's, shows a lot of the maturity that we've got here with, guys that are probably ready to, play at the next level and that kind of stuff, so to see the maturity and discipline kind of come together is, a big thing, kind of helps us stay out of the box and kind of, build momentum for us as well.
Having that familiarity with Q in his offensive game, what is his best attribute?
I think it's just the way that he thinks the game. He makes kind of passes and plays the offensive zone that you don't really think are there, and then next thing he kind of zips a saucer pass across the ice, right on the guy's tape, or that one goal he had today where he kind of corrals a bit of a rolling puck, and it's just far down. Like it's just stuff like that where he knows exactly where to be all over the ice, and he can kind of make a play out of anything almost.
Is it a little surprising at first, a guy that size with that kind of skill?
Yeah, for sure, but I think he blends it so well. For how big he is and the way that he can create plays and the way that he uses his body as well is, a rare sight. So, I've had the troubles of going against him many times before, but, to kind of see him do it, on the same team and him making me passes instead of going through me, it feels pretty good. So, but yeah, it's pretty special to see.
What's the most challenging thing about playing him?
Again, just kind of the combination that he's got with how smart he is and kind of his size. A lot of the guys maybe with the IQ that he has aren't as big as him, so you can kind of push him around a little bit. But he's a guy where you go to give him a push, he's going to give you right back, and you have a lot of trouble with him when he's kind of driving the net and making plays. It just kind of becomes almost unstoppable.
Sam, this room is obviously flush with great prospects, including yourself. So what does a night like the night that Q had do for him among them? Because again, there's great prospects that are flowing through this room here. It almost seems like it's kind of a moment for him, or a breakout moment.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
put his name up there.
yeah, you know, you look around the room and you've got a bunch of players that are really good, and you know, he just had a great game tonight. You know, he's kind of built that through, and it's, you know, I'm sure really good for you know, his confidence to kind of, you know, lead into this next game and then camp going into next week to know that, you know, he probably is one of the best players out here, you know, at this tournament, and you know, I'm sure at camp next week he's going to kind of just show the same thing, the kind of player that he is.
How difficult is it to defend a player like Cutter Gauthier? I mean, he's Anaheim's highest profile prospect that was out there, I'd say. Just how difficult was it against him?
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like my first time going up against him, obviously, but you know, he's kind of a guy that, you know, blends his size and the skill that he has so well. You know, there are a couple times, you know, they try to go give him a run or give him a shot. And, you know, he's a steady kid, so, you know, he's a hard guy to knock over, but then when he's got the puck on his stick, you know, he's got great hands, can kind of, you know, make quick plays through sticks and that kind of stuff. You know, his shots obviously off the charts, so kind of a guy you got to know where he is all over the ice, because if you don't, he'll make you pay pretty quick.
Does Smitty give you any tips for how to defend Cutter or no?
No, I saw him talking at the opening draw. I tell him, you know, give him a shot or something, make him injured. I don't want to play against him when he's full, so, but no, nothing like that.
All right, thanks, Sam.
Yeah.
Thank you.